Been there a while.
All right, bring the South Dearborn Regional Sewer District to order for January.
First on the agenda is the approval of the meeting minutes as presented in your packet. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
A first, a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Pat. Can I get a signature and a date on the bottom of that somewhere, please? Next up will be the O&M report. I'll give that here in just a second when I sit back down. The O&M report for the month of December. Employee morale initiatives. We had the employee Christmas party. Gave them their gift cards that we started giving them a few years back. They all appreciated it. Food was really good this year for anyone who did show up to eat. It was really good. So I would like to thank the board for allowing me to continue to do that. And I know my employees appreciate it. So thank you. Significant meetings. Just Nathan and Mitchell and Stark and I, we continue to have progress meetings. There's not a whole lot of things going on at the moment in the project, but we talk about deadlines and shipping dates and just try to stay up to speed on what's going on. So we continue to have those. Operational highlights. Nothing really new in the wording there, but on the flow charts, or the charts there on the bottom of the page, we were at 56% of our flow capacity this month of December, 99.1% on removal efficiency on BOD, 94.6 removal efficiency on TSS, 92% on ammonia. That would be, let's see, this data is from November. That's our last month on our summer limits on the ammonia, so we'll drop down to the winter limits next time you see this chart. And then we were at 86.8 on phosphorus removal. The other stuff's kind of down and up just a little bit as far as sludge and stuff like that, so nothing really exciting there. Budget report, we'll refer to Becky when she gives hers here next. Compliance reporting. Submitted the DMRs and the MROs to IDEM for November, violation free. The reports for December are still being worked on. They look good though. Don't have anything jumping out at me. Still haven't heard anything on the OEPA sludge permit renewal. Like I said, they're still picking sludge up, so there must not be any issues. And then as far as our NPDES permit renewal, everything on that was submitted. It went out for the 30-day public comment. I don't remember the exact date, but that public comment period ended with no comments as far as I know. I'm working with the permit writer to address the facility description a little bit because I didn't like the wording in it. So should be getting a final permit issued to me here in the next couple weeks would be my guess. Again, nothing in it really changed, just updated our plan description to fit the project that we completed during the last permit. So nothing too exciting in that. I'll be working on getting all of the annual sludge reports filed and all that this coming month. Hopefully get that done by the end of the month. We'll also be starting our annual pre-treatment report that's due. That typically takes a little bit of time to get completed, so we'll start working on that here this month as well. Maintenance report, it's just where I kind of keep track of things, like I said. Maintenance issues to discuss. There's one on here that I forgot to put in here. Mainly just because I didn't really know about it when I put this all together to the extent, but the sludge thickener press VFD has had an issue that we were working on trying to repair. Thought we could fix it. Turns out I'm pretty sure one of those VFDs are bad, and they are currently scheduled to be on site either late Thursday or first thing Friday morning to look and see what's going on and what caused that and repair it, so. I didn't get that on there, but I wanted to let y'all know about it. We're working on it. I will have it fixed and we'll be back up and running. So in the interim, if you drive by the plant and you start noticing it has a little bit more odor, it's probably because the holding tanks have been sitting for a little over a week and a half now, waiting to be thickened.
So that's the VFD drive, it's bad, pulls out the
It's
holding
in the
tank.
polymer pump. It's, yeah, it's the
Oh, so you
thickener
can't even put polymer.
machine, but it's in the polymer pump
With it.
skid. So we can't even get polymer to it.
Gotcha.
So we've been holding in our holding tanks, so like I said, if you drive by and you start noticing it's kind of sour, that's what it is. As soon as we get it up and running, we will correct that issue, so. Great questions on the O&M report?
Chris, I don't really have a question on this one, but when I was down there for the Christmas party and I took a walk around, went to the lift station, remembering that number one pump was at fault.
Yes.
Did you guys get that repaired?
I have been working with S&K Pumps. What's that hair in my mouth? S&K Pumps and BL Anderson on what is causing that. So basically what is happening is the number one pump has a secondary panel for temperatures and seals that communicates down to or over to the VFD and then down to the pump. So the secondary panel is reading as a pump over temp, but the pump
Right.
is not over temp. So they're thinking, S&K is saying, S&K has sent in an electrician who wired everything up to verify that everything's correct. That's been done and verified. So S&K's thinking it's BL Anderson. There's a setting in the VFD that needs to be adjusted. So BL Anderson is working on trying to get a technician down to adjust that.
Now, if you guys shut that down and reset it, it'll run again until the,
It'll run for 3-4 days. It seems like it kicks out about 8:30, 9 o'clock at night,
With somebody just call in.
and then call somebody in. So we've just left it faulted
Okay.
and ran on the other one and the bypass pump. That way we're not dealing with call-ins for something that we know is an issue.
gotcha.
But it will run. I mean, we could go down and reset it right now, take it out of fault, turn it on. It'll run for 3, 4, 5 days. and
Is
then
that
we can go.
maybe a warranty issue as well?
I think it should be. It shouldn't be anything that's going to be an issue for us, I don't believe, because it's been ongoing for a while and they know about it. So it's just trying to get technicians that can come down and take care of it is the issue that we're running into.
That's all I have, man. Thanks
Problem.
for updating.
Any other questions or comments on the O&M report? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve the O&M report as presented.
So moved.
Second.
The first, got second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries, thank you. Next on the agenda is going to be the district financial report. I'll hand that over to Becky for now.
Okay, through the month of November, we are 85,000 below budget on revenue. Most of that is in flow, and I believe that is just Greendale and Aurora. So I think Lawrenceburg caught up. Below budget on employee and related expenses by about $48,000, and that's mostly due to where we budget the full amount for the HRA usage by the employees, and they haven't used all of that. There is a little bit more in December, but it's still quite a bit below budget. Equipment and maintenance is $12,000 below budget. Professional fees is $66,000 below budget. And you'll see in the voucher listing, there's our bill from State Board of Accounts for their audits.
How much?
16
That-
grand.
Yeah, almost 17,000.
Unbelievable, man.
Just so everybody's aware, the State Board of Accounts is fully funded by the legislature, so anything they get for audit fees is over and above them being fully funded by the legislature. Just putting that out there. So if you want to speak with your legislator, if you want to speak with your legislator or your lobbyist,
It was 17,618.
Yep.
And just for your information, I was curious what it was the past few years.
And we have to do that every year too, because we got that SRF loan, right? So every year we're gonna pay it.
It'll be,
It's just, it's like they're getting their money back one way or another.
So
Hey, when you guys go up there and see him lobby, so we remember that, please. You man, we'll get something out of you.
And it was
No, I
fully
would
remote this
appreciate that.
year too, which,
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, we did all the work. All they did is look at.
Oh, I'm
papers.
sure. I seen that bill and I'm like, 17 grand? Are you kidding me?
yeah, and I
And
think I
every year.
maybe had 6 phone calls with them.
Easy money. That's the kind of job Garrett's got. Easy
We
money.
do have to pay it.
That's right.
So the very first audit I was involved with in 2018 was $2,693. 2019, it was 5,205. And then 21, it was a 2-year audit, 13,538. The next one was 14,640, and this one was 17,617.
Will you send me those numbers so I can pass them along
Yeah.
to Representative Bascom and Senator Maxwell?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, so yeah, from 2,693, that's a big jump.
Yeah.
No rhyme or reason why it keeps going up, huh?
So state,
No, because they spend the same,
State Board of Accounts is like its own agency, correct?
Sounds like it to me.
It's funded by the legislators.
Mm-hmm.
So they have like CPAs that are supposed to be performing this work. I mean, I'm just putting it out
They're
there so that
established through the
whoever's
Indiana
listening
Code.
can
I
hear
mean, they're
that.
established through the Indiana Code, and then their rules are governed usually by the Indiana Administrative Code.
Because our audit was subbed out to someone else,
Which is allowed,
Really?
yes.
which is why you're paying for it.
Oh.
So, I was just curious.
so yeah, it was they were in California, I think.
Yeah, they were.
Even though they're subbed out, that's still them should be covered under their full funding though, right? I mean, am I missing something?
It's a racket. It's kind of like taxes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so we'll see that one kind of catch up in December. Variable costs are below budget by 227,000. And most of that is just due to the efficiencies of the new plant. That's about it. Does anybody have any questions?
Anybody got any questions on the budget report that Becky just gave?
Have none.
Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve the financial report as presented.
I'll make that motion.
First, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next up, we're gonna pay some bills. We're gonna pay the regular monthly bills first.
I'm trying to catch up.
You don't, they have a voucher log, so I just need the first sheet.
Yep.
I will entertain a motion to pay the regular monthly bills as presented.
I'll make that motion.
I got a motion.
Second.
Got a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
The depreciations are a little tricky.
He's signing some stuff, so I'll just give you the first page.
Blood.
There's 2 depreciations.
Yeah.
One's from GRIP, the other one is CDS.
Yeah.
So we're paying for the roof project out of capital, the other project out of SRF loan. Is I think what we decided to do.
Yeah, the roofing is out of capital, yes.
So yeah, there's 1 project voucher, 2 depreciation.
They're right here, the two separate ones.
All right, next on the agenda, while that goes around, is going to be the depreciation vouchers. I don't know if you heard, I'll explain. We have one for GRIP Incorporated. This is the flow meter project that we've been working on up front. Replacement and relocation of 3 flow meters out of the front vault. That one is for a total of $42,231.
Was you ever pull it through a conduit?
Yes.
Good.
I have everything, just to kind of update while I'm talking about this one. I have all of that work has been completed. All of the flow meters have been calibrated and installed and working. There's a slight issue on the Aurora 8-inch meters still. That's in the SCADA system, and I'm trying to get Georgie Booth to cooperate with me enough to fix that, but the meter works, it's recording, it's calibrated, everything's good. It just is not reporting on the SCADA the correct way.
So Lawrenceburg's US 50 was not working for a while, right? So it is up, and you're
Quite a
gonna get
while.
good numbers now.
Yes.
So if we see them going up, we know what's going on.
Yeah, so
Right.
prior to Lawrenceburg's budgeting year, I was working, I think Rob was involved in
Get
some of this
return
as
that
well.
station too.
I gave them a pretty solid estimate on what I thought their flow should be billed at, so hopefully when they set their budget, they
Get
use
some
those
Vince
numbers. And
pens out
it
there.
was, I was actually predicting slightly higher than what you're showing, so you should be good on that front, hopefully. I think I was telling you guys the budget for around 102, 103, you're showing about 89 to 90, so you're doing pretty good on that if you use the numbers I gave. So, anyway, first up's the GRIP Capital One for 42,231.80. I will entertain a motion to approve that one.
I'll make a motion.
The first. Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That one carries. Next one's a little bit, I won't say complicated, but it's a little different, so we're gonna talk about it a little bit. There's two of them from CDS Engineering. One of them will be paid out of the capital account, or at least a portion of it will be paid out of the capital account. That is for the bid packets and all of that to be drafted up and submitted and put out for bid for the roofing project that we decided several years back to do out of the capital account based on expenses and requirements. And then the other part of it would be for just normal project oversight that we have going on right now. So that total is $4,230 to CDS Engineering, and I will entertain a motion to approve that to be paid out of the capital and project account.
So moved.
Second.
First, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Pass that one that way, and Brian can pick it up. He's doing the walking today. All right, now that all the bills.
Oh, look, now we gotta go
So I
like
guess
this.
that covered depreciation and special vouchers in that little section, so we should be good to move on to unfinished business once these get signed off on.
Good, sir. Thank you. We got you, man.
Give it just a second. I'm on pace to be done in 10 more minutes, so.
Awesome.
Don't say that.
Meeting at 10:30.
There might be a discussion or something.
I have a lot of public comment to make.
I figured the public comment was going to drag us down a little bit, so.
Did you bring up the trees?
Oh, Lord.
Not yet, we will. We'll get there.
I looked at them the other day, I'm like, proud to be on them.
They're sad, aren't
They
they?
are sad, man.
Just falling over.
Better hope nobody
They're
throws
so
a
sad they just
cigarette out
fall
the
over.
window. Catch them on fire. You're sick of hearing about them trees, aren't you? I caught your email.
I
Got that
hope
plant.
nobody
I
throws a
answered
cigarette
too,
out the
didn't I?
window Just because of the gas coming off the tank.
You did.
Sure, thank you.
Pull them out.
Plenty of fertilizer there. Y'all just shoot some stuff over there.
You say that, and one year, one of our superintendents had us run the effluent out of the clarifiers on them. Killed them.
Killed every one of them.
Killed every one of them.
Pretty potent.
Before it went to the UV system.
It's a good thing I have an MS4 meeting after this.
Well, that was bad. You don't even want to know, Austin.
Not you
Trust me,
specifically.
you. Trust me, you.
All right, we don't do,
recorded.
we don't do any of that anymore.
No, we don't.
Everything in the plant runs through treatment and is
Yep.
discharged to the river.
Yep.
So we're gonna move on to unfinished business. Nathan was not able to make it today. There's not a whole lot of update. I will give what I have. I'm sorry, we're gonna talk about the project B, engineering and construction. Blowers for the east plant are set to ship in March. The new, they call it the metal in the project, which is basically all the new doors are at the manufacturer, should be done here by the end of this month. They will ship, everything's gonna ship to Mitchell and Stark. They will bring it all when they're ready to start the project, when they have enough in hand to bring a crew down. The washer compactor has shipped for the bar screen. It should be on site at Mitchell and Stark in the next week. And then they're going to set a time and date to come down and install that prior to waiting for everything else to get there, so that part of it will be done. I think that's all for Project B. As for the roofing and, sorry, that's an item on the agenda, we'll get to that in a minute. That's all for the project, I believe. Is there any questions on that? Hearing none, we'll move on to meter replacement. I kind of gave that already when I was doing the bills. All meters have been installed, all meters have been calibrated. We are due for our annual calibration. I will be having that performed by GRIP as we do every year. I don't know if you guys how much attention you pay to all that, but GRIP is a little bit more expensive on their meter calibration, but they do a better job at it, and we will continue to use them for that reason. So I will be getting that work completed here this month because it's due. I would say in the next week and a half, I'm on their schedule. Moving on to roof and soffit replacement. The update on that is the, what do you want to call it, the bid packets and all of that have been put together. It's been sent to the newspaper to run twice through the most widely distributed newspaper in our area, whatever that may be, according to the people we send it to. It'll run on consecutive Tuesdays starting next Tuesday, I believe. Yeah, I think that's right. So, and then we plan to have bids to open in the February meeting on the roof and soffit replacement. So, assuming we get bids based on what we got going on, but yeah. So the plan is in February we'll have a bid opening and do that. So, any questions on the roof and soffit replacement? Hearing none, we will move on. NPDES permit renewal, again, I kind of touched on that. I don't know why I do all that ahead of time and still leave it on the agenda. I should probably change that, but that's been out for final, or public comment. That period has ended. No comment, as far as I know. Working on a couple language changes on the plant description. I didn't like the way the plant was described. Some gray in there with the way they described it so that it would come to be a problem during inspections. So I cleared all that up and we should be getting our final permit issue in the next coming weeks. So I didn't put it on here because when I put this together, again, I wasn't sure where we were heading with this, but we will discuss the trees real quick. After the last meeting, I reached out to whatever the name of that company is, Teepee, whatever. Told them my distaste and the way this is going and the trees and what they look like and how they're all dead and how they blew over and blah, 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 blah. Her comment back to me was, and I sent this out to the board for comment, didn't really get a whole lot, so kind of forgot about it for a little bit. Her comment back to me was they were willing to be stewards of the community and replace the trees at cost with no cost for labor. That cost came in around $2,500, I think. Sent that out, see what you guys wanted to do. Didn't really get a whole lot back on it. Talked to Pat at the Christmas party, and Pat wants to continue down the path of me taking some pictures of the trees, which I have done. I sent an email of the pictures of the trees with my opinions to Andy and Pat the other day. So at this point, I'm just going to kind of leave it to them and you guys to decide how you want to handle it. There's some pictures there. It's my opinions. They seem to think the trees died during the drought. I tend to think that if the trees were planted in December and they were planted correctly and they stayed in the ground, they would have been rooted and ready to go for the drought. So, I mean, August, you planted them in December, they should have been rooted into the ground deep enough that they're not gonna continue to blow over and they're not gonna die. So, that was their opinion. Like I said, I took pictures, sent an email. It's in Pat and Andy's hands and your guys' decision on what you'd like to do moving forward. So, Pat, you got anything you wanna add to that?
Well, they're Vince's trees.
Boy, I'm glad I got back in time just for that.
I don't even think they planted them in the ground. Hell, they're just falling over, you know? It's to their fault that these things died. They weren't even planted in the ground. You still got strings hanging, some of them just to keep them up in the air. I'd say we just go after them. I don't wanna pay anything for them. I don't care if we pay a lawyer to go after them. Lawyer?
Chris, I thought you indicated they had offered a resolution?
They did offer to replace the trees at cost, but they will not eat the cost of the trees, is basically what they told me. So the trees, to buy 14 new trees, they'll come plant them for free, would cost us $2,500.
Do you remember what we,
2,500 or 20?
I mean, for that to go into the minutes, I don't have the exact number in front of me. It was on that email I sent out.
Got it right here.
It was like $2,200 to $2,500. It wasn't.
$2,250. what it is.
$2,250.
do you have a ballpark?
With a
of what we
20%
spent?
discount's what they said.
I think in the last meeting, Ryan looked it up and he told us what we paid originally. It was like $6,000 or something, I think.
Something.
I don't remember the exact number.
I mean, if we're $4,000 behind in labor that they didn't really do, and we think we have good enough picture evidence, I would tend to agree with our mayor. I don't know why we would pay for them to come do the same bad work again.
I mean, I wish I would've took pictures like after they planted them and 8 of the 14 were laying on the side. I didn't. I mean, I guess I dropped the ball on that front. I don't know. You know, I had to babysit trees as well as babysit employees, but
Well, we had
It
a
is what
pretty
it is.
wet spring as well, if I remember last year.
we did have a pretty wet spring, which should've aided in the trees taking root.
Yeah. We'll get that.
But, I don't know.
It was wet through July.
Yeah.
It didn't get dry till August.
Yeah.
But August and September were dry, and that's when they said their trees died, so.
They died before then. They were falling over before then.
Was there anything in the agreement or warranty period?
There was a
anything like
1-year
that?
warranty. They planted them in December of 2024. I started contacting them prior to December of 2025, talking about the trees being dead, needing to find a solution for them.
Was there terms in there for watering and things that they can stand on that, to fight against honoring that warranty?
I mean, there was care instructions inside there, and I mean, we kept the soil wet. I mean, did we go up and water every single day? No, but as we mowed around them and it was dry, I had the guys go up and dump some water around them. I mean,
I guess.
we don't have access to a real good watering system up in the front of the plant like that, so. But again, my belief, because I've had the exact same trees planted at my old house, was we planted them in the December, or we actually planted them in November, and by spring, they grew 2-3 feet. So they should have grown and rooted prior to it getting dry enough to be an issue.
I guess my feeling is if we feel like we can stand on and show that we did what was required by the terms, then we shouldn't be paying anything, and they should take care of it, maybe press that, but otherwise. I don't
From a
think
legal
it's gonna spend
standpoint, I don't know how how we prove that unless we logged.
Right.
But they can't
And you're
prove that
gonna,
we
if they're
didn't do
willing
it
to put
either.
in new trees for $2,500, you're probably gonna spend $2,500 to say we're right.
Right.
I mean,
But why keep
But
spending
so will
money
they,
and your
and
effort
law-
on
and
it
lawyer
if
fees.
we don't have a good stand?
Do they wanna pay for lawyer fees, or they wanna just give us the
Can
trees
I
that
just rip the
they
date?
didn't do the first
Can I
place?
That's
just
what
rip
I
them
wanna
out of the
get
ground
to.
and just be done with the
Well,
whole
that's
tree
what
project?
I would say, do that, so
Well,
that
too.
you keep it on your
Principle.
mind and your effort, that's taking your time as much as it is anything else, and if we don't have a solid case to stand on, we're pulling at straws, it doesn't make sense to me that we would keep bringing this up at every meeting we have.
I think if the board would really like to consider involving myself and moving through the court system, then we would want to discuss it in an executive session so that we could have a really frank discussion about how that might play out. And I think in the interim, Chris can let them know, I've relayed your offer to the board. We're going to discuss it next month in executive session to decide whether or not to proceed legally. And maybe that changes things.
I'd send them a letter for the whole 6,000 saying we're suing them for the whole 6,000.
I will do whatever my board directs me to do.
Lucky you.
I will say, as much as I hate those stupid trees, they don't look bad if they were green.
No.
The way they are and the way
Agreed.
they line in front of them.
Yeah.
But
Good job, Vince.
Outside, out of mind too. Once they grow tall.
But in your,
On himself, though.
what Andy
does.
just said is like, unless we documented that we watered them.
Yeah.
That we don't have proof that they were watered, just as they don't have proof that we didn't water them, unless they drove by and seen we weren't watered. So, to me, that's a moot point. I mean, you can argue that, I can tell you we did, because we did, and they can say we didn't, and then you're just gonna sit and you're gonna piss at each other over that, so. To me, I really do not care what happens to these trees.
Just want it done,
I'm
don't
gonna
you?
be flat out honest with you, I don't care what happens about these trees.
I know some guys like throw them in the bottom of a pond for their fish.
There'll be 14 of them that can go into the bottom of the pond if they want.
I got a pond where we can put them at.
There you go.
You
Got
do,
fish
it's
in
a
it?
nice one.
Where you live?
Across the street from his old house, well, not quite living there yet, but.
Got any secret hunting spots?
So, anyway,
How many people want the trees? I mean, I like the trees personally if they would've grown. I mean, do we
I like
want
it,
to?
but if we replace them, you're gonna have to water them and like
I was gonna
make
say.
sure that we're taking care of them.
Other might
And
maintenance items.
so there's no plan to like make sure that they're gonna get watered. I say we just tear them out and move
I
on.
mean, yeah,
There's no hydrant up there where they can.
I can stretch out 300 feet of hose and
That
we
what
can
it
water
is?
these stupid little trees, but that's up to you guys. I mean, you guys tell me what you want done and that's what'll
So
happen.
there's no hydrant up in that corner at all?
You want them watered, they'll get watered. We had the one that's up behind the aeration cell, we had to turn off for a leak and we ain't had the
That's a
equipment to
1 inch
fix it
too,
yet.
isn't it? Yeah.
And it's a 1 inch hose, so it's gonna flood out the trees anyway, so.
Yeah.
Anyway, like I said, you guys decide what you want done, I will make sure that whatever you tell me to do will happen. If you want trees, we'll buy trees, you want trees watered, I'll figure out how to water the dang trees.
Well, I'd like to have trees, but I don't want to inconvenience anybody, it sounds like.
There's employees there that get paid to do a job.
No harm,
Their
no
job's to
foul.
water the trees, and they'll have to water the trees.
But I'm only one person. If you guys don't want them, don't get them. But rip them out.
Well, let's just go to a vote, like, who wants the trees?
I want the trees.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, I want the
Let's do
trees.
it. I make a motion, we accept, I wanna make a motion that we accept their proposal
Alright.
to purchase them
Thank
in
you.
cost and have
For
them.
2,400?
All right,
2250.
Oh,
we have a
man.
motion on the
I'd
table.
said- I'd-
250
I'd
bucks
said-
already.
Bill for 6,000.
We-
You're the realtor, come on, you know how to do this.
We have a motion on the floor to accept, Tepe's solution.
We don't want them to plant them, though, they screwed it up the first time and they fell over.
They're gonna plant them for free. Take the.
They didn't plant them the first time, they just throw them in there.
Well, we'll make sure Chris has someone up there to watch them.
If we go with it, can we make sure we get pictures and stuff following there when they install them and
Ask-
try to
What if you,
at least
what if
react?
you said, well, we'll accept your resolution, but we want you to make bi-weekly visits to monitor them? To ensure that this doesn't happen again.
And renew the
Bi-monthly,
warranty on
every
it
other
too. I don't know if that was part of that agreement that
See,
they.
I
had.
just, if I say
In their
bi-monthly, I think.
email that I
everyone-
sent out to everybody, their solution was they would give us the trees at cost, which was the $22.50. And they would warranty the trees for a term of 6 months, and they believe that they should be rooted. This is partially my comment back to Andy when I sent pictures yesterday. Their own admission, they said, we'll warranty them for 6 months because they should be rooted and ready to grow within those 6 months. So if these new trees are magically rooted and ready to grow in 6 months, the old trees should have done the same thing. They didn't, so.
Okay, we got a motion on the floor. We're sat here all day with this.
Motion on the table to approve or accept accept
TP. TPEE.
TPE, whatever, their solution to the tree issue for 2250, get them planted, approach them about looking at it to monitor them, make sure that they stay in the ground. Yeah, so, all in favor of that motion?
Wait a minute, we got a first and I'll second it.
So, got a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
All right, who's nay?
Nay.
Swing, Woods. Daniel. Sean. Who else?
I'll add that to the.
You're a nay?
Yeah.
Okay. So we needed a count on that, I'm sorry, I did not take a count.
All right, so I've got,
So you'll have to do that real quick before we can move on, please.
You're saying nay, you don't want the 25?
Yeah.
5 nays. Who are
Is
the
this
ayes?
the nay to fight them and go after the,
This was a nay to accepting the TEPIs.
And who are the ayes? Ryan, Vince. Tommy.
And make sure we have people voting that's supposed to vote. If your proxy's here, they cannot be voting.
Did you vote,
So
Brian?
I'm just telling you right now.
Okay.
We had this discussion early, didn't we?
Yeah.
And this is why we do this.
Count me out then,
You
Becky,
have
'cause
a
Sean's
person,
here.
and if they can't go, a proxy goes. And if they do
Okay,
go,
so
they can't vote.
Daniels is out. Now I have to look at my list. So right now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 to 3.
And I bet we're all left-handed down here. I know I am. Just saying.
something to be said about that.
You got-
Yeah, there is.
hey, you
That's
got-
right.
You got a
That's
lefty
right.
over here in between you two, so.
Well, at least the issue is done and over. Rip them out of the ground, Mr. Superintendent. Rip them things out of the ground.
I can paint them green and they'll look.
Rip them out of the ground. We have a gentleman that will take them off your hands, just,
All right, so the motion does not pass, correct?
no, it doesn't. And it's over. Don't bring it up again.
We could make a motion, I'm making a motion that we go after them for the $6,000 that it cost us.
And that's throwing good money
principle.
after bad, but if that's what
It's
you people want
principle.
to do, put a motion out there and see if someone's second it.
We might still get our trees out of it.
You never know.
one.
All right, we got a motion that we send them something legally to see if it sways the decision, I guess is what that motion would be. And I have a second on it, so all in favor?
Aye. I just don't think we eat $6,000 and give them more money to try again.
Yeah.
So we'll have to do a hand vote on this too, I'm sure, so if you are in favor of it, please raise your hand so we can record it.
What's the extent of this? I mean, we're just seeing if they're gonna respond and then what?
Or we're
I mean,
spending a lot of
we're
money to
gonna
try to
spend a
get
lot of
Try to
money
get our
$6,000
trees
back.
back for free.
If I knew we could go that route and
But
we
then
get it back,
we
I'd
gotta
say,
get-
yeah.
Once we start these
What's
legal
what's a
proceedings.
warranty if it's no good?
Right.
Well, it's like
I
Andy
agree with you.
mentioned earlier, if we're not willing to spend that money, we're gonna spend that in legal, on the legal fees by the time we're done with it.
Well, they might turn around and give us the trees instead of spending
They
$6,000
might,
too.
but that's what I'm asking, what are we agreeing to here?
Well, are we agreeing basically to present to them that we want a better deal? You know what I mean?
We want them warranted because it was a year
Right,
warranty.
yeah.
It's not
Chris
one-
started talking to them
fulfill the
October
warranty.
17th of
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah, it's not so
So
much
they
saying
knew it
we're
was
gonna go to
happening.
court right away, but
It's right there in the email if y'all read it. It's right there. Chris said, October 17th at 12:10 PM. And here we are, January of 2026, kicking this can. Because no one wanted to answer Chris's
So-
email.
Mayor, is your motion at this time for me to just send them a letter
Yeah, better get that clarified.
indicating that the board has decided that we shouldn't have to move forward with their proposed resolution because the trees died while they were still under warranty, and that they should be replaced at no cost to the district?
Yes, or we want our $6,000 back.
Okay.
So with that, that means we are going to spend money legally to try to
It'd
Go
be,
after this.
it'd be under what you have with me already, don't worry
Okay.
about that. I mean, if we end up having to go to court,
That's where I'm
that's
getting at.
different.
Yeah, okay.
But if I'm just sending a nasty gram right now,
Well, I got you there. I'll second that motion if it's that, and we get it brought back to us if they wanna go to court. And then we
Sean
gotta
already
figure-
seconded.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, my bad, didn't mean to trump you.
it's that left-handed guy over there.
All right, so
I'm just
now,
trying to keep this straight.
now that the motion has been clarified, we have a first, we have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries. Thank you.
Okay, one more thing. I've got Garrett as the primary with Rob as the proxy.
Yeah,
We
That's
got that new
We have an
sheet.
updated sheet here.
We got it.
The
Oh,
sheet that I
okay.
sent out is still backwards because I
Okay.
did not receive everybody's responses in time.
we've
so
gotten everybody's except
Yes.
Greendale's.
I will
Yep.
address it.
I don't know if that goes to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably goes to Becky as well, Rebecca.
Okay, I got it.
I will.
Thank you.
This is the last time I'm gonna talk about these stupid trees. I'm gonna say that if this letter doesn't do anything, then we need to probably have an executive session to have a very blunt discussion moving forward.
Sorry, you call it.
We will see how this goes when Andy sends a letter, and then we will discuss this amongst ourselves to figure out how we wanna move forward. So, anyway, that concludes the unfinished business. As for new business, I don't have any new business at this time.
I just would bring up, I don't think I didn't get any feedback that we wanted to move forward with that, but that Senate Bill 187, Dennis Otten had reached out about, it was $5,000 to participate in the lobbying efforts against that bill. I will say that it passed out of committee yesterday as amended, which was it would only apply to regional sewer districts created after June 30th, 2026. So it actually, as amended, wouldn't apply to us anymore. And from the county standpoint, we have conveyed to the lobbyists that we use that county council doesn't necessarily, or doesn't oversee regional sewer districts currently, and we don't know why we would be required to sign off on bonding of regional sewer districts moving forward. So unless anybody thinks we should participate in that, I think I will just email Dennis and let him know that as amended, it wouldn't apply to us anymore, plus we're, monitoring it from other avenues.
I thought someone responded that, maybe it was Dell, one of the little hand grenades, that the city had lobbyists that they could approach for that anyway. Correct?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I mean,
The city of Lawrenceburg and the county use the same office.
yeah, so, I mean, we wouldn't really need to
I
join
I
in
let
on that,
Mr.
would
Otten
we?
know that I would bring it up.
Oh, no, I get that, and that's why after you told me that, that's why I didn't amend the agendas, because you said it was for new districts anyway. It
Right.
doesn't apply to us, there was no reason
Right.
to talk about it as far as needing a decision on it, but, so. If
Right,
something
I'll let him know.
changes with that, will you let us know, and I will make
Yeah,
sure
I'll keep
it's
my eyes on it.
on the agenda to be discussed and decided upon. Anyway, all right. Anybody got anything else before I move on to the next topic?
Yeah, I could be misremembering. Did we finalize our day one insurance conversation?
Yes, it was part of the contract, and as far as I know, yeah, all that's signed and turned over.
All for the employee.
It's actually the first day, the terminology that was used is the first day following the month, the first day of the month following your employment.
Right.
So if you get hired on the second or first of the month, you gotta wait the whole month, but if you get hired on the 30th, it's the next day.
Right.
Makes sense.
Is the terminology that was used, and that's more so, there's still some legwork on that has to be done through our insurance brokers, because we set the policy of how that was issued, or how their eligibility comes forth. That's the district's decision, and our current broker and our current insurance plan still has it set as 90 days, because that's what our policy was. So we are up for an insurance renewal starting now, like we're getting quotes on it. So that'll be something that has to be addressed, to be changed internally through the insurance carrier themselves as well. There are loopholes in that system, so the new guy that did get hired, I had him taken care of using a loophole that's in the system. But just so that we know moving forward, I have to address that with the company that we shop our insurance through to get that changed as our policy.
Chris, how's he working out, the new guy? I'm sorry, I missed
The
that.
new guy is working out great.
Good.
Catching on really fast. Actually, he's been doing a lot of operations by himself here lately, so
Good, outstanding.
seems to be pretty good.
But he is a labor operator, correct? Is he the one that will be doing your
Technically,
clarifiers?
by contract title, he is a operator, a new hire operator. We did not change any of that terminology because the board did not want to pursue that forward at the time of hiring. And then when we went into contract negotiations, it wasn't discussed or brought up. So currently, you have operators, you have maintenance, you have a foreman, and you have a pre-treat operator.
So how you delegate making sure the UV's clean and the clarifiers are clean and?
As far as I'm concerned, they're all operators. Every job there is an operator's job, and they'll have to
Okay.
figure it out amongst themselves. And if
Okay.
they can't, they will be subject to disciplinary actions.
No.
There will be a meeting that'll be held here in the next coming weeks where that will be made abundantly clear to everybody there. So, any other questions or comments added in?
I wanna know what YouTube channel these meetings are on so I can watch them.
It should be,
I really do.
Yeah, if you just go to YouTube and search South Dearborn Regional Sewer District.
That's all you have to do,
They
South
popped
Dearborn.
up, yep.
I watch every one of ours, trust me.
so, I'm sure my facial expressions are worth a watch. Hearing nothing else, we'll move on to public comment. Public, you got comment? No public comment? Brian? Motion for adjournment?
Second.
All in favor?
Garrett, when do you head to Miami? Good for you. Thank you. What a ride, huh?
I scribble all
You
over
just,
mine.
you make,